Hello, dear students. Today we will talk about adjectives and adverbs. By the end of this lesson, you will learn what an adjective is, what an adverb is, and the difference between adjectives and adverbs. First off, let's watch this video and then we will start the lesson.
What's the difference between an adjective and an adverb? It's easy. Adjectives and adverbs are both describing words. They just describe different things. Adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs describe verbs. The penguin swam in the cool water. Cool is an adjective because it's describing the noun water. Adjectives describe nouns. What other adjectives could we use to describe water? Now remember that adverbs are describing words too, but they don't describe nouns, they describe verbs. Makes sense, doesn't it? The animal moved slowly. Slowly is an adverb because it's describing the verb move. Adverbs describe verbs. What other adverbs could we use to describe how an animal moved? Let's review. Adjectives describe nouns, and adverbs describe verbs. EasyTeaching.net.
So what are adjectives? Adjectives are words that describe nouns. Adjectives describe nouns. For example, I have a slow computer. Where is the adjective here? Slow. Slow is the adjective. And what does it describe? It describes computer. Okay, computer is the noun. So adjectives like slow describe nouns like computer. Okay, a beautiful girl, a long dress, a red shoe. Okay, so adjectives describe nouns. If two sentences have the same subject, they can be combined by adding an adjective. How is that? Look at this example. I have a dress. The dress is beautiful. Here I have two sentences. In both sentences, we have the same subject, dress. Okay, now I need to make one sentence, just one sentence out of these two sentences. How can I do that? I can add an adjective, the adjective beautiful. Okay, so I can say, I have a beautiful dress. Okay, so adjectives describe nouns. What about adverbs? Adverbs are words that describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Okay, so adverbs do not describe nouns, they describe what? Verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. For example, she is singing softly. Okay, where is the adverb here? Softly. And what does it describe? It describes singing. Singing is a noun or a verb? It's a verb, okay? So the adverb softly describes a verb. Another example, that's an extremely tall tree. Where's the adverb here? Extremely. What does it describe? Extremely tall. Okay, tall is an adjective. So here I'm describing an adjective. I used an adverb. Last example, they talk really loudly. Really is the adverb. And what does it describe? Loudly, which is another adverb. Okay, so here I have an adverb that describes another adverb. So adverbs describe what? They describe verbs, like the first example, adjectives, like the second, or another adverb, like the third example. Adverbs tell you how, when, or where something happened. For example, the dog barks loudly. Here I want to ask a question. How does the dog bark? How? The dog barks loudly, okay? So here the adverb loudly describes the verb barks to tell you how the action is happening, okay? The second example, the store opens early. Early is the adverb. It describes opens, okay, which is a verb. Here I want to ask a question. When does the store open? You will answer with an adverb. The store opens early, okay? Last example. The bus stops here. Here is an adverb and it describes stops, which is a verb, okay? If I want to ask a question, I will say, where does the bus stop? And you will answer with an adverb. The bus stops here, okay? So adverbs tell you how, when, or where something happened. Here are some notes to remember. Most adverbs end with ly, like slowly, loudly, carefully. But some other adverbs don't end with ly. Like what? Like fast, we don't say fastly. Hard, we don't say hardly. Late, wrong, straight, very, here, tomorrow, yesterday. All of these are adverbs that we do not add ly to, okay? Pay attention that the adverb of good is well, okay? So if I'm describing a verb and I want to say good, I would say well. For example, he is a good writer. Good here is an adjective. It describes writer, a noun, okay? So here we have an adjective that describes a noun, good. If I want to say he writes and I want to describe the verb writes, I will say he writes well. Okay, so the adverb of good is well. Last note is that an adverbial phrase is two or more words which act like an adverb. For example, an adverb like it will rain continuously. Continuously like non-stop. It won't stop raining, okay? So it will rain continuously. That's one word. It's an adverb. If I want to say an adverbial phrase, I will say it will rain all day. All day is a phrase, okay? It's not just one word, it's more than one word, and it's like an adverb, okay? We call this an adverbial phrase.